35-25. Launch pass to Chambers and behind the back.
Did you ever think in your wildest dreams? I guess it is.
KJ to Chambers. Jam!
40 points in the first half for Tom Chambers.
Chambers to win the game. He's got it. Welcome back to TC24. With this episode, we begin a new Greatest Games series featuring the highlights from some of the best games of Tom Chambers' NBA career. Many of these games have not been seen since their original TV broadcasts, and we're pleased to share them with you here on TC24. In this episode, we revisit Chambers' 56-point explosion versus the Warriors back in 1990 in one of the great individual scoring performances of that era. Chambers was hot from the start, hitting his first 10 shots and scoring from virtually everywhere on the court. He would go on to score 40 points in the first half and finish with a new career high and Suns scoring record of 56 points, snapping the Warriors' 15-game home win streak and breaking a scoring record held by Wilt Chamberlain. So let's go back to February 18th, 1990, the Phoenix Suns at the Golden State Warriors.
Well, we're ready for starting lineups. Suns and the Golden State Warriors. This is the first appearance of the season for the Suns here at the Oakland Coliseum. Every single game, home game for the Warriors has been a sellout this year, Dick.
Love their team over here, and they're 19-5 at home.
Well, for the Suns now, Tom Chambers will be introduced at one of the starting forward spots out of Utah, of course, in his 9th year at 6'10", Dan Majerle. Flu bug or not, he is starting. Kurt Rambis will not start. Ankle problem. And, of course, Thunder Dan in his 2nd year from Central Michigan at 6'6". Mark West will be the center for the Suns. A 6'10", 246-pounder from Old Dominion in his 7th year. Now the Phoenix backcourt out of Iowa State, the 4-year pro Jeff Hornacek, 6'4", 190. And from the nearby University of California, Kevin Johnson in his 3rd season, 6'1", 190. The head coach of the Suns is Cotton Fitzsimmons. His staff, Paul Westphal, Lionel Hollins, they're the assistants, and Joe Prosky is the trainer for the Phoenix Suns. So the only change there, Dick, is the fact that Hornacek will start in place of Rambis.
Well, and that means with Majerle in that starting lineup, the Suns are going to have to rely upon Kenny Battle, Tim Perry a little more off the bench.
That's exactly right. Now we'll get the starters for the Golden State Warriors. The Warriors are just one under the 500 mark, 24-25, while the Suns take their mark of 31-17 into the game. Chris Mullin, one starting forward in his 5th season from St. John's University. He's 6'7", 215. Terry Teagle is the other forward in his 8th year from Baylor University. Teagle 6'5", 195. At center, the tallest player in basketball, 7 feet 7 inches. 5th year, Manute Bol played briefly at the University of Bridgeport in Connecticut. Manute Bol. Now the starting guards for the Golden State Warriors. Tim Hardaway. Hardaway, good-looking rookie from Texas, El Paso, a 6', 175-pounder, and the other starting guard in his 2nd season from Kansas State, 6'5", 215, Mitch Richmond. Again, the head coach, Don Nelson of the Warriors. His staff, Gary St. Jean, Mike Schuler, and Tom Abdenauer is the trainer for Golden State. With Rambis out, Dan Majerle starting. You would assume he'll go against Teagle, and probably Tom Chambers will have that big task against Chris Mullin.
I would think so, Al. Big challenge.
We see a lot of switching on the part of both of these teams. We could see Chambers playing Manute Bol on occasion. We'll just have to wait and see. Jumping center will be Bol against the Suns' Mark West, and the tip goes to the side and picked up by Mitch Richmond. So the Warriors will come down on the offensive attack for the first time this afternoon. 2nd hoop. Kevin Johnson down the right side. Now steps in the lane, comes out, gives to Chambers over on the right. Chambers puts the jumper up over Teagle. Looks good, is good.
Right in front of me, I can see that was right on line.
So it's a 2-point Golden State lead. He gets it back to Majerle, to Hornacek, to KJ, now to Chambers. His 17-footer around and in. He got the roll.
The shooter's bounce.
Kevin Johnson takes the basketball to the left side of the court. Now drives in the lane. Nowhere to go with it. It's knocked away. Saved by Chambers. He'll put up his 18-footer and he'll hit it.
I know Don Nelson doesn't want to see their players give him that much room.
Well, Chambers was 6 points, and Terry Teagle's having his problems against the bigger Chambers. Here's Hardaway. Kevin Johnson moving down the right side against Tim Hardaway. KJ's going to drop it off to Chambers, who goes in for a slam.
Nice assist by KJ. And KJ hasn't hit from the outside yet, so smart play.
That two-man game with Kevin Johnson and Tom Chambers is getting quite a reputation around the NBA.
One of the best in the league, two-man game.
Hardaway goes to Teagle. Hornacek back to KJ. Looks down the left side, gives it to Chambers, who's wide open. His 18-footer, swish!
Warriors doing a lot of double teaming, and that means somebody's open.
Well, they gambled that time and got burned. Here's rebounds it for the Phoenix Suns. Up to KJ. Now Chambers. Chambers going to take it all the way in. He'll score it against Bull.
He challenged Bull.
Certainly did, and Chambers having a pretty good quarter. 12 points on 6 hoop-dee-doos here at the Oakland Coliseum. To Hornacek. Hornacek down the right side for Chambers. Open from 17. Good.
Was a heck of a block by Mark West on the other end.
Well, Golden State, I believe, is going to have to take a timeout. They're down 28-23. Let's see what the call is as Richmond comes over the time stripe. We'll get a Warrior timeout. 3:26 left in the quarter. It's going to be a 20-second timeout, so we'll keep it here. But the Suns on a little bit of a run right now, Dick.
They're shooting the ball well. Chambers, as you mentioned, what does he have now, 14 in the quarter?
That's correct. 7 field goals, 14 points, and the Suns with a 28-23 lead.
Tom's doing a good job also on Terry Teagle, keeping him on the outside.
That's absolutely right, and we've mentioned a couple of times that the Warriors have gambled defensively when they double team. They leave somebody open, and that somebody's been Tom.
Yeah, it's very difficult to do that against the Suns because they shoot the ball so well from the outside.
Marley out to Chambers. Chambers from 3. Shazam! A three-pointer. The super shot of the NBA, and Tom Chambers here with 18 points in the quarter.
The clock was running down. Chambers had to take that shot.
34-29. Suns up by 5, and Chambers having an outstanding opening period here for the Suns. 48 seconds left in the quarter. Now Grant will take some time out between the circles. 10 seconds, now 9. He'll penetrate, he'll take it inside. Won't get the scoop shot, but Andrew Lang follows and gets a Lang bang on the offensive rebound. Lang is Hardaway. Out to Higgins, shoot a 3. No! Marley rebounds as the buzzer ends the opening quarter here in Oakland with the score. The Phoenix Suns 36, the Golden State Warriors 29. Second quarter coming right. Warriors 50%. Tom Chambers at 18, a perfect 8 out of 8 from the field, 1 out of 1 from three-point range, and 1 out of 2 from the free throw line. So the Suns take a 36-29 lead into the second quarter, and they have the ball. Chambers posting up right side against Rod Higgins, a little left-handed hook. Good. He hasn't missed a shot.
9 out of 9.
Oh boy. Chambers really having a field afternoon here, field day. Winston with Lang, Chambers, and Dan Marley. Here's the bounce pass. Chambers, baseline right leaner. Good, he hasn't missed yet.
10 out of 10. What a half he's having.
Unbelievable. Tom Chambers, he's got 22 points. Suns build that lead up to 40-31. Now Hornacek trying to get the steal.
Oh, they missed that.
Hornacek brings it up top of the key. Takes it in the lane. Dishes back to Chambers. Chambers pulls the ball up away from Rod Higgins down. He's just back to the three-point line. Here's the fake. Here's the drive. Puts the shot up. He was hacked. No call. Gets his own rebound. Follows and scores.
Good follow-up.
Yep.
Cotton's blocking me out, but it looked like he might have gotten hit on the arm.
So Chambers with 24 points now. The Suns have a 10-point lead, 46-36. Now to Richmond. His drive, the shot is blocked by Andrew Lang. Up to Marley, to Greg Grant, to Chambers, to the hoop. One more time. And now Don Nelson's been thrown out. Don Nelson's been thrown out of the game, and he's out at center court. Nelson has been ejected from the game. Don Nelson has been ejected from the game. He had a technical earlier. He just got his second, and he is gone. And he was upset. The Suns came down on the break that time. Some brilliant passing that saw Chambers go in to finish it off. He has 26 points. And Don Nelson went out on the court. He's been ejected.
Well, you have to be careful in a situation like this. You don't know if Don Nelson wanted to be ejected or not, but as you know, Al, it has a way of getting your players fired up. The Suns are really going to have to buckle down.
Well, Mike Schuler and Gary St. Jean as assistants are on the bench. Chambers will shoot the technical and get it. And he has 27 points in this first half.
He's having one of the best halves of his career.
Mike Schuler, Gary St. Jean, the two assistant coaches. Now Chambers will go to the free throw line. He was fouled as he put that slam dunk, finishing the fast break in. The next free throw is also good. He has 28 points. Grant up and down against Garland now. Keeps the dribble alive. Moves into the corner. Doesn't want to get a trap there. He brings it out front. Now back to Chambers. Chambers against Petersen. Here's a three. Shazam! Oh, brother!
Tom Chambers has that feeling now that he knows everything he shoots is going to go in.
31 points. As Chambers hits another NBA super shot, and now we'll get a Warrior timeout, and the Suns just really on top of their game, leading 53-36, 6:54 till halftime. We'll be back after the Warrior timeout. Just hit 13 of 16 a moment ago. He put the super shot of the NBA in, and you said it then, Dick. He's got that touch. He can feel it.
He has that feel, and you know, probably normally Cotton would have had him out of here by now, but he's on such a roll, he's going with him.
And the Suns are shooting 61% from the field as a team. They lead it 53-36. Now he's after Steve Javy, one of the officials, so another technical has been assessed here. This one against Chris Mullin.
What's happened here? The Warriors have completely lost their composure, and the Suns really can't pay attention to that. They have to take care of their business and make sure they hold this lead till halftime.
Chambers at the free throw line. Takes the look, puts it up, it's good. And the Suns once again lead by 21 points. And Tom Chambers has scored 32 here in the first half. Rand will bring it down the right side against Hardaway. Here's the lob for Chambers. Baseline shot is not good. He's fouled by Teagle. And Chambers will go to the line to shoot two.
Chambers can't believe that shot didn't go in.
So Tom Chambers will shoot two free throws here. And he is having an unbelievable first half of basketball. No question about that.
Well, I think Tom had the right attitude coming in today, too. He realized Kurt was not going to be able to play. Marley was not feeling well, and he decided to move his game up a step.
You're wondering about the most points in a half. You have to go to Eddie Johnson in that Clipper game back in November of '88 when he had 43, but that was an overtime also.
I'll never forget that one. And that was in a losing cause.
Yeah. Chambers gets the first of two free throws here. Here's the next one on the way, and that's good. He gets them both. So Chambers now has 34 points in the first half. Wow. Hardaway up out of backcourt. The Suns with a 62-39 lead, their biggest. Hardaway spin move. Steal. Kenny Battle. Battle up out of backcourt ahead to Chambers. Chambers on the drive is fouled. Shot didn't go. He'll go to the line to shoot two.
Thanks to Kenny Battle. Nice steal.
Terry Teagle is called for the foul. And for Teagle, it is his third. And Chambers with 34 points will go to the line. Our Phoenix Gazette quiz: name this former Warrior player. Played from '66 to 1975 with the Duke University. He's currently the head coach at the University of North Carolina at Charlotte. Tom Chambers at the Phoenix free throw line. First one is up good. Well, the sellout crowd stunned, I would say, Dick.
I think they are. And you have to remember, here's a team that has won 15 straight games here at the Coliseum.
Tom Chambers waits again at that charity stripe. Next one is up good. 36 points for Tom Chambers.
Unbelievable.
Wow.
The Warriors have 39.
64-39. Holds up, gets it out on top to Chambers. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Chambers against Teagle at three-point range. Moves in for a 16-footer. Good. Chambers has 38 points.
He doesn't want to pass the ball now. He knows he's so hot that let him take it.
That's a new record, because the Warriors' all-time record for most points in a half by an opposing player was Wilt Chamberlain, 36 points. Out front, Terry Teagle drills one in, and that was back in 1966.
Holy
Chambers has just broken that with that last hoop that gives him 38 points. 68-41 the Suns. Hornacek's pass goes over on the left side to KJ. Off to Tom Chambers, who drives and scores. And that is 40 points. 40 points in the first half for Tom Chambers. 2 from three-point range, 8 out of 9 from the free throw line. 40 points for Tom Chambers as he dominates the scoring in the first half. For Golden State, it is Richmond with 14, Mullin with 12. And the Suns go into the second half leading 74-53. We'll have that second half right after these messages. Established a new record. The Warriors' all-time record for most points in a half by an opposing player was held by Wilt Chamberlain when he scored 36 back in 1966. And of course, TC with the big 40-point performance here in this first half. And if he hadn't gotten tired, I don't know how many he might have scored, Van.
Well, he had to get a little bit tired, and I hope he's not too tired to play the second half, but if he's fresh after that rest, he should very well be able to break the Suns' all-time single-game record of 49 held by Paul Westphal.
Well, the fans here are upset, to say the least, at the officials. I don't think there's any question about that. Dan Marley was ill at halftime, but he's going to come out here and start this second half. Here's Teagle inside, misses the shot. Hornacek off to Chambers. Chambers drives on Bowl and is fouled. And Chambers will go to the free throw line to shoot to. Manute Bowl picks up his
What you have to do against Bowl, if you are going to challenge him, you just can't take it straight up. You have to be able to move the ball around when you take it to the basket. And that's what Chambers does here. He doesn't just offer the ball to Bowl. He brings it down and then goes back up.
Well, Chambers at the line with a chance to equal his season high. Tom scored 41 against Milwaukee December 8th. At the Coliseum in Phoenix, and he's just equaled that as he hits the first free throw.
The first part of this quarter, very important that the Suns don't let the Warriors creep back into it. It's hard to play catch-up, and the Warriors are going to get tired.
Tom Chambers waits again at the line. That unbelievable first half when he scored 40. Now Chambers again from the free throw line, puts it up, good. Well, he has his season high of 42, and now Chambers' career high is 46. He got that January of '88. Marley turns, rifles it to Chambers. He is open from 17, and that one goes. And that is now 44 points for Tom Chambers. Scored Hornacek. Hornacek's baseline drive out to Chambers. 14-footer good. Chambers with 46, equaling his career high.
His career high.
Suns 84, Golden State 68. Marley out front for Chambers. Chambers takes it inside, shoots it and gets it. He has a new career high. 48 points for Chambers.
He got hit in the mouth on that shot.
88-74. Yes, he did. No foul, and looks like he got a cut on his lip. Talking about Tom Chambers. Right. And Teagle will shoot a couple of free throws. The first one is up and good.
Teagle's a good free throw shooter.
So the Suns will have it, and Tom Chambers comes in. And, of course, if Tom scores now at all, Dick, he will establish a new all-time single-game scoring record as the Sun. He's tied Paul Westphal with 49. And Marley's coming in, and Tom Chambers is going to come out. And we are going to get a Golden State timeout. 9:20 to go fourth quarter. 111-89 Suns. Back after the timeout. Well, Tom Chambers, it's a little tenderness in his knee. A little tenderness in his right knee, and Tom Chambers has come out right now. He had that attended to during the timeout. The next free throw is not good by Kevin Johnson. Manute Bowl has the rebound. Well, they give up, they just don't go away.
No, I have a lot of respect for the way they play.
Suns have Tom Chambers back in there now. They'll have the ball. They'll lead it 111-97. Hold the phone. We are going to get a loose ball foul called in underneath. It will be on Golden State's Manute Bowl. Loose ball foul on Bowl. It's 5, and now we're getting a technical called on Tim Hardaway.
Been a lot of technicals called on Golden State this afternoon.
Yep. Well, the Warriors had a 15 consecutive game-winning streak going. Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification on the Suns Basketball Network.
That's it.
Tom Chambers has just set a new single-game scoring mark as he has hit his 50th point. 50 points for TC, and the free throw, technical free throw did it. So that is a new Phoenix Suns single-game high, surpassing 49 that Paul Westphal had at Detroit on February 21st, 1980. Throws it out to Kevin Johnson. KJ in the lane, shovels it to Chambers. Open from 15, good, he is 52. 52 points. We'll get a Warrior timeout with 5 minutes and 46 seconds left of regulation. We'll take the full timeout. Suns 121 north. The ball is tipped to the baseline left, and Chambers gets it back. Drive, shoots, and is fouled on the way. And Chambers will go to the free throw line to shoot to. Marciulionis is called for the Warrior foul. Teagle comes out. Rod Higgins back in for Golden State.
And Tom has a smile on his face. He's got a chance to get up to 54 now.
2 more free throws with 4:49 remaining here.
It was funny at halftime, Al, in a kidding way, Hornacek said, we're going to try to freeze him out in the second half.
The free throw's good, giving him 53 points for the day. 53. 49. 49. Right. Coach Cotton Fitzsimmons asking us if Tom is over it. He is. He's got 54. And Paul Westfall's record of 49 has been surpassed by Tom Chambers' 54 points here in Oakland today. Out to Kevin Johnson, up to Chambers. Chambers drives, reverse layup, no, he'll go to the line again. Hardaway will pick up the foul, and he's got a chance to get 2 more. All right, Cotton, we'll let you know. Cotton wants to know when Tom Chambers gets 60.
And then he'll take him out of there.
Okay. He has 54.
I like that. He's given him a chance to really pad it. And
right.
Why not? He's had a great day.
Really has. So Chambers at the free throw line now to shoot 2. Both feet parallel at the line as he spins the ball around in his hands. That familiar free throw shooting stance by TC. First one is good. We have 4 minutes, 6 seconds remaining here in the ball game, and a lot of the people, it's a sellout crowd. Every game all year has been sold out here for the Warriors, which is just great to see. They're following here in the Bay Area. Chambers' next free throw is a little short. Tom's getting a little tired. He has 55.
That arm is weary.
Joe Prosky, magic fingers, will go to work on that right arm after the game. Suns come back. Greg Grant goes to Chambers. Chambers double team now, breaks through on the drive, and he's fouled. We have to go to the line for 2 more.
Get close. He can make these 2. It's 57.
He has 55 right now. Chambers talking to Hornacek before he steps to the line there. 2 minutes, 43 seconds remaining here in this game. And Chambers at the free throw line. Chambers just exploded in the first half. He played all 24 minutes and scored 40 points. Here's the first free throw. It is around and out.
Well, you know he's tired.
Yeah. 55 points for TC. We'll wait for the next free throw. It is good. He has 56. 56. And the Suns lead at 129-105. Here's Tim Perry coming in. Tom Chambers coming out. 56 points. A new single-game scoring high for Phoenix Suns. 56 points for Tom Chambers.
Cotton smart to get him out of there.
Yep.
He's tired. No reason to let him get hurt.
No. 1 second to play. They won't get a shot off. This one's all over. The Suns have won the ball game 131-113. Suns win on the road again, and we'll be back right after these messages. So in all 3 victories over the Warriors, the Suns have scored over 130 points. They won tonight 131-113. And again, Tom Chambers with 56. And Tom, without question, is our player of the game. What a game as he establishes a new all-time single-game scoring record as a Phoenix Sun, surpassing Paul Westfall's 49-point performance against Detroit back in 1980. Tonight, Tom gets a 56, and there'll be a check for $250 going to the Mesa Clean and Beautiful campaign on behalf of TC. Tom Chambers, who's our player of the game. Big win, Tom. Obviously, a thrill for those of us that just watched it today. Congratulations on just an unbelievable performance.
Thanks, Al. It was fun out there.
Yeah, the first half. I mean, I don't know how many you could have scored. You played the whole 24 minutes. You scored 40 points, and it just seemed like very early in the game, like Dick mentioned, you could tell that you had the feel that when you got the basketball, the shot was going to go in.
Well, the jump shot felt real good for me tonight. Sometimes I have to set myself up on drives and dunks and things like that, but tonight, every time I shot the jumper, it felt really good. I was even shooting a jumper from 3-point. Usually I have to shoot a set shot out there, so I thought, well, geez, I'll just keep putting them up as long as they keep going in, and it was just like radar. It was going right in for me.
Well, the previous record was back in 1980 when the Suns played Detroit at the Silverdome, and Paul Westfall scored 49. You surpassed that tonight. Late in the game, Cotton Fitzsimmons came over and said, let me know when he gets 60, I'm going to take him out. But when he got 56, it looked like maybe it might have been kind of a long day.
Well, the game was out of reach for them. They didn't have a chance to come back. There's no reason to have me on the floor. I had plenty of points, and the most important thing is we hung on and played good enough in the second half to win. That was what we really wanted.
Well, no question about it. You knew the Warriors were going to make a run at you, and they did. I know Dick has some questions for you, Tom. We'll be back to answer those questions when we return right after these messages.
We're back with Tom Chambers, and as everybody knows by now, Tom set a single-game scoring record for the Suns, 56 points. And the other record you set, which I don't know if you know about, is an opposing player against the Warriors for a half. 40 points. The previous record was Wilt Chamberlain back in 1966, and he scored 36 points. Pretty good to go up against Wilt like that.
Well, it was fun. I'll tell you, out there in the first half, it was unbelievable. Everything I got was going in, and I mean, sometimes it didn't even feel that good leaving my hand, but I just went in. It was just something that doesn't happen very often, and it was really a lot of fun.
You know, Jeff Hornacek came out at halftime, and he said, you had 40. He says, we're going to try to freeze him out in the second half. But besides that, I mean, it was a pretty tough ball game. At halftime, you were up by 21, but it certainly wasn't over.
No, it wasn't over by any means. I'll tell you, I have to say something about my teammates. I mean, they're behind me all the way. They were getting me the ball. Cotton was getting me the ball. They're you know, they supported me all the way. They didn't have to give me the ball when I was hot, but they did, and they really look out for each other, and that's nice. But I'll tell you, like you just comment on, the Warriors are a team you can't give up on. They'll keep coming at you and coming at you, and the game wasn't over until the last 2 or 3 minutes of it. They're really an explosive team. We're fortunate to win here.
Manute makes a big difference for them, too. Doesn't score a lot of points, but I thought he was an intimidating factor for them. Changed a lot of shots.
He sure does. He changed a lot of shots. And tonight he even scored offensively. Had a couple of three-point plays and drives and dunks. And I haven't seen Manute do that, but it's fun. He's a good guy, and I like to see him do well.
Well, Tom, it's the 32nd win of the year for the ball club. They're 11-12 on the road. You go into the record book with a 56-point performance. A nice afternoon. Let's go catch that airplane and get back to the Valley of the Sun.
Let's do it.
Okay, Tom Chambers, our guest. Dick and I will be back with some final comments right after these messages.